Hello again, everyone. Deflect here for But Fair Gaming. I wanted to bring you a new video. I was away on the weekend, so just catching up on the news, and this video will be about the upcoming class tuning. A lot of tuning going on, which is great. Always great to have tuning and try and balance the classes. Now, I just got back yesterday, so I did want to put this one out, but I will start with the tanks. Blood decay. All damage abilities increased by 8%. Very interesting. So I'm going to show you this. This will really help the single target. Their AoE is not that bad, and I will show you that in a second, but I wanted to get on to the other tank in here. The Brewmaster Monk. All ability damage increased by 3%. Very interesting. And then they did their single target one. So Rising Sun Kick is 10, Blackout Kick is 30, Tiger Palm is 30. Let me just show you the tanks first. There's a reason I looked at those specifically, and I took a Bracken Hide 20. So there's a 20 Bracken Hide, all affixes, tanks, doing the most damage. Brew Master Monk comes in 7 of the top 11 ones. So increasing all their ability damage is crazy by 3%. These things are just going to pound damage out. And you can see Vengeance Demon Hunter is up there as well. You start to get into Paladins. But if you noticed, number 8, Blood Decay. 8% all damage increase. So you could just basically add 8% to this, which would put it up around this level, up between second and third. Now, of course, these are some top level players. You know, they're doing 20s and just crushing it. But you can see how many monks and how many Vengeance Demon Hunters there are. So buffing the monk ability is just going to be insane for monks. They're going to do very, very well. That's going to be very good for them on AoE for sure. Their single target just got a huge bump too. So monks, watch out. They are going to be top DPS. The reasoning behind why I think they're doing this is just the classes played. This is 15 and above. So we're not even that high a key level. 15 and above, 40, almost 40% are prop paladin. 70,000 prop paladin tanks. Monks are the bottom at 18,000, but demon hunters aren't very much higher at 22 and a change. So monks do need some more representation, but they're always lower because monk, I think, has one of the highest skill caps in the game. It's just crazy for skill cap. They have so many keybinds. My bars are literally filled with monk and no one else. Every other tank does not fill my bars. Druid, with some of the utility they have, can like get a few, but monk by far has the most abilities you're hitting all the time. So that's why I think they're buffing it. Played well. They do unbelievable. So more damage for the monks, always a good thing. This one also has Feral, so you're going to get less procs on Feral, but when you do your damage as Feral, it's going to be a lot more meaningful while you have those procs. Preservation of Ochre just has Disintegrate damage increased by 15%, trying to boost a little bit on the single target. Beastmaster, all damage dealt by you and your pets increased by 5%. That's going to be great for Beastmaster. That's a huge, huge up. Now, Fire Mage is getting a buff, and again, that seems a little crazy to me, but hey, that's going to help out people wanting to play Mage. Fire Mage should do a much, much better in keys now. Mistweaver was another one I wanted to show on this. So Mistweaver, all healing abilities increased by 3%. This doesn't include PvP. This is PvE. All healing abilities. So, the Mistweaver, again, this is the healers. This is Echo, so a boss that requires quite a bit of healing. The top one is Mistweaver by a mile. It's not even close. Like the other healers are all kind of like in line a bit. Mistweaver out ahead by a mile. But this is Mythic Echo, so it is in the 90th percentile. It's up there. These are some of the best players in the world doing this. But Mistweaver, huge, huge, huge lead. And all their abilities are getting increased by 3%. So they're just going to pull way ahead. Mistweaver, again, the representation on Mistweaver is down there, and that's why I think they're doing it. because it's the representation for Mistweaver versus all the other ones is it's low too. So you can just switch this. We can go to healers, and you can see every other healer is way up there on 15s and above. You only have a 5.5% on Mistweaver. People are still playing a ton of Resto Shaman. That's huge this season, and Resto Druid. Now this is in keys as well, so this is Mythic Plus. I know it's a crossover, but it is a big difference on the representation. Even Prez Evokers fall into fourth place behind Holy Priest. So Prez has dropped a bit, and we'll see what that change is going to come. I see a lot of dragons are going to switch that Black Dragon spec when that comes out. I know I will be, just to give it a whirl for sure. But that is that's some huge changes right there for Mistweaver. That's putting a top healer with more healing. So they're trying to get some representation on that. Assassination Rogue, all damage increased by 5%. Yeah, it needs it. It's not very good right now. They did nerf a bit of the Warlock thing because they are running away with it. The cooldown of Amplified Curse is now doubled, so it's a 50% or 100% nerf. It went from 30 seconds to 60 seconds, and Teachings now reduces the cooldown of Amplified Curse by 15 seconds, was 10. Arms Warrior, also very surprising. They thought it was single target, low target count was not doing enough damage, so all abilities increased by 4%. And then Fatal Mark by 15, Deep Wounds, and Rend also by 5. Protection Paladins. So I forgot about this tank. Sorry, I should have done this with the other ones, but all damage increased by 8%, auto attack by 10, spell block duration increased to 30 seconds, was 20, and Thunder Lord now causes each enemy hit by Thunderclap to reduce their main cooldown of Shout by 1.5 seconds, up to 4.5 seconds, was 1 and 3. So another boost of Prop Paladins, and you can take that back with the tank damage here. You can see their Prop Paladins are actually not bad when played amazing in the tops. So that's another thing that's going to help out Prop Paladins. So they will do more damage. But you only see one really good one up there. The next one doesn't come in until 50th. So there is a bit of a discrepancy on that. It could just be one outlier. One really great Prop Warrior. Kept saying Paladin. But going back to the tanks, they are pretty low representation. Well, Prop Paladins are running away with it. Everything else is a low representation. Like, you can add 4 of them together just to get to where Prop Paladins are. And if you change this to 20, everything else just gets lower. So 43% representation versus the rest. Like, it's pretty bleak for the old Prop Warriors, the Druids, and the Brewmaster Monks. Vengeance is hanging on, but Blood DK getting buffed. That'll help the Blood DK scene right here. And if you want to go up to 25s, it will just be probably a massacre of Prop Paladins. Yeah, like you were Prop Paladins and Vengeance Demon Hunters, but you only have your sub 100 tanks, it looks like. So these are the best of each spec. That is for sure. But getting into the healer representation again, Mistweaver is really low compared to everyone else, and I think they're just trying to up the healing to get it there. Their damage isn't bad. Their healing is unbelievable right now. I've run with a couple Mistweavers that do phenomenal healing, incredible, really. And yeah, it's just not a lot of people are playing Mistweaver Monk, which is unfortunate. It's a fun class, but again, it's not like a Holy Priest. Holy Priest is, I would say, relatively on the easier scale for healing. Whereas Mistweaver, I think, used to be really hard. I think they've made some changes to make it easier. But again, it all just comes with practice. I haven't brought out my Mistweaver Monk in a little bit. I was raiding with one a while ago, but it's a lot of fun. I enjoy Mistweaver. That is the changes. Oh, I'm not going to get into PvP stuff. You guys can read that on your own, and nothing. Yeah, it's it's not my favorite aspect, so I don't get into too much. I don't know whether this is all good, bad, or indifferent. So PvE, big changes. 3 tanks. Prot Warrior buffed damage. Brewmaster Monk buffed damage. Blood DK buffed damage. Mistweaver monk healers are going to be crazy, crazy healing. And some watch out for the warriors. Those arms warriors, I think, are just going to really, really do some good damage now. But they are underrepresented, as you can see in plus 20 keys. Everyone is playing Fury, 6% on Fury. You only have 1.4 on arms. And Beastmaster is actually one of the best hunters right now, and they're getting buffed. So that's a good thing for Beastmaster. Again, Pallies are just doing really, really well right now. So majority of people are back playing Pally. So watch out for Arms Warrior because they will be doing some pretty good damage. I didn't show you a Brackenhide with all the DPS in here. Plus 20 affix, any affix, plus 20 keystone. And top damage dealers are Stub Rogues. They are doing crazy. Some Ret Pallies. We'll see if we see any quickly any Arms Warrior. But if you haven't done so, don't forget to hit that like button, share, subscribe. This was Deflect, Firm but Fair Gaming. We'll see you in the next video. Fury Warrior, still haven't seen it in arms yet. Yeah, we're all the way through 100. A lot of Shadow Priest and a lot of Sub Rogue with the mix in of Shamans and of Vokers, it looks like. Scattered or just a couple Rets. But yeah, Vokers are they're doing really good too. Shaman's such a sleeper class. Like, look at the Elemental Shaman, 4th place, 176k TPS for the key. Like, just Elemental is so underrated right now. People are definitely sleeping on that. It is a very good spec right now. And there's a Fire Mage that's getting buffed as well. So Fire Mage at 69 is getting buffed. Anyways, if you have any questions, as always, leave a comment below. We'll see you in the next video.